just a few. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm saying that system providers have even allowed us to use their systems that you may learn as HR. What is the benefit? The benefit comes in where all of us, we get to be on the same page, what the system provider is thinking about and what we as HR we want to see. So that we can actually get what we actually want to serve our clients who are the employees. So WorkPay is a HR system that offers end-to-end HR functionalities. And now we are saying that as we are going into discussing HR tech, we'll also be borrowing from WorkPay to understand what they do and what the system can do. And one thing that I've liked with WorkPay is the simplicity and the interface of the system. So it is very simple and actually easy to use. So that is one of the aspects that I've really found out that are very good for me within that within their system. So just allow me to share.
Perhaps you go before you even start. What is an interface for those who are not very much into technology? What is an interface? When you say what is an interface, what does it mean?
Okay, getting that. Is my screen visible from your end?
Yes, it is. It is.
Okay.
The partners are visible.
Okay, so an interface is where we're coming, what you'll see, what you'll receive. We say how well are you dressed? What we can see even before checking your brain through questions. Yeah, is what we're talking about, the interface. So I'm saying that WorkPay has got a good interface and they're very simple actually. And I would also say that I have worked with it some good period, made some recommendations, which they were very good at picking and also implementing. So that's a good one for us. So I'll also share a link where you can also get a demo from them, apart from us learning, because as we'll be learning, we'll only be learning few modules day by day. But if you want to learn how it looks like and you're looking for a system, they're here and you can get it from them. HRMate is also a HR system. And one thing with HRMate is that it covers end-to-end of the HR. And the processes are also there that you can actually see. Yeah, and usually also, I would also say that it is a good one and very, very endowed. So if you have a very big team, a very large team, and even a smaller team, you can actually customize it to what you actually have. FinClock is also a good system that we are having, and they're having FinClock and they're having HRMIS, which is one of they also have the artificial intelligence part of it that we'll be looking at. Yeah, and I've actually brought it up. It was the pie. So we'll also be looking into it. How do we as HR get to understand how to use this assistant? So they have it within their system. Then our HR analytics app that is also usable for us, for those of us who would want to do their metrics. And I always say this, if you're having wrong metrics, then it is very clear that your report is automatically wrong. And you cannot do any analysis with wrong metrics. At the same time, if you're having wrong metrics, you will not make good decisions because the metrics are wrong, full stop. So we need to actually get the metrics right. Yeah. So the app will actually help you. It's a mobile app that is present in our in the Play Store for those who are having an Android. I've not been able to get to the other side. What would I say? I've not been able to get to those who are using iPhone because it is on the higher end of my budget, but we're getting there. And the app also is still growing, so we'll be able to get the bit of it. So and the last sponsor that we are having here is Paragon. Paragon is a HR consultancy firm that helps HR or helps companies to do their HR. So if you're looking for a HR firm that will need to support you, you can also look into this. Yeah, you look into Paragon. And amazingly, I am here on behalf of S and Reliance Limited, a firm that I run. And what I do, I support companies with data analytics. I support companies with now system identification. I've just did one with a friend of mine, and they really appreciate it, and they're going to get the system. So what I do, I will bring for you systems, all of them, and tell you the benefits of each. Then you choose. I will not choose for you, but I'll tell you the benefits. So if you still don't know what system that you want, I can come even pitch to before you are CEO, before you are general manager, to let them know what you really need as HR or as a company. Then from there, give you recommendations from what we have looked at. We've looked at WorkPay, we have looked at FinClock, HRMIS, we have looked at HRMates, and even others who are not part of us here, but would want to know about systems. So yes, so that's a bit of introduction that I wanted to make before now we jump into our class. And I brought about that we were supposed to be discussing something different today, which by God's grace, I can see Brenda Wakaba is here. She will help us in the next session. We were supposed to look at documentation of HR details. Yeah. Such that we are saying that if you're going to make decision, if you're going to do decision making, what kind of information do you need to gather? How will your report look like? Because the systems that we are talking about is garbage in, garbage out. So if you bring in the wrong data into the system, you will have a wrong report. You'll not even be helping. So the things that we're currently having, the three that I've talked about, all of them have got opportunity for you to upload documents in the system, where whichever place you are in, you can access employee details. Sometimes I've worked companies where every time we ask for IDs, yeah, from employees. Every time we ask for employee, where is your ID? Bring your ID. So we keep on asking these documents now and forever because the files where they are not kept clearly. So now in our next session, we'll start to look at documentation of HR details, and also what does the law say, Data Protection Act. Yeah. Apart from that, in terms of data privacy, the cybersecurity part of it, as HR, we want to go deeper into that, but what information do we need to have so that when we're choosing for a system, as HRs, what do we need to ask these team members? That even your IT person, if they forget, you yourself as HR, you know that you are safe. Yeah. So that will be our next topic. But now for today, let us dive into the discussion. And most of it was requested that I just do a practical example. I think last time we were in a hurry and we didn't get to have the examples done correctly. So today we want to see practicability of this area that we're talking about, and how do they help HR and how can we use them. So today I won't be in a hurry unless otherwise. So Jellica, I don't know if there's anything I need to address before I start from the chat. Richard?
I think Richard is on mute.
Oh, sorry. I am saying we'll be knowing those virtual assistants as we move along, because most of us are encountering those virtual assistants. So you'll be defining them as you move along, as you give us practical examples on how to operate them. That is what I want to say. All right.
Okay. So I will also share links to these so that we can also get them on our own at our free time, because again, we just go through them to show you what they are made of and how to use them. So the first one we talked about was Pi Assistant. So Pi Assistant is already embedded in HRMIS by FinClock LLC. So it means that when you have this system, you already have the assistant within it. So if you are to do drafts, and mostly this is where we have to agree, is that what we'll be talking about will not give the final document that you really want, but your expertise will help you to refine it better. So then the AI will give you some of the basic layout of something or start thinking for you in a given way that you had not thought about it. Then now you bring in your expertise and align everything that you are looking for. So once you log in into HRMIS, so I will share with you the link once we are done so that you can actually follow from now, or you can test it out. You'll get a dashboard. So we are also having a dashboard here. And amazingly, all three systems that I talked about have got dashboards. And that is my first thing because I do reporting. So all what I've talked, this system that I just introduced, WorkPay, HRMIS, FinClock, and HRMates, all of them have got good dashboards that actually helps you. You go there and see what you have, and you go you make your amendments, decisions as you move forward. So once you log into the system, there will be this part of AI assistant. Yeah. So if you click on AI assistant, you tell you, hi, I am Pi, your AI assistant. I can help complete some tasks. So telling you that support him to aid it to my memory. So they're saying that if you don't get whatever you are asking for, then it will be able to help you. So we're saying, you say that now you need to give a prompt. And how to use AI will always be that you are the intelligent person. You are the human being who knows what you want. You are the one with the feelings. Yeah. So you want it to do you a friendly or a recommendation letter. So let's see whether our Pi here will write for us a recommendation letter. So do a recommendation letter of an employee who was an accountant. So I had not thought about it, just think about it now and trying to test whether our AI will actually work. So I will send that and wait for it to answer me. So normally, if you're doing a recommendation letter, there are things that we are taught in high school, maybe, and even university. So you'll want to now look at your letter. So you already given us a letter here to whom it may concern. I'm writing to recommend the person who was an accountant at company X. So for the past, so we need to give it the time period, the name of the person, so telling you that you need to have given me more information. That's why it's giving you those spaces. In my role as the position, what was your position, you as a person? I had the pleasure of working with the person for the past something. During this time, I have been extremely impressed with work ethic and professionalism. So demonstrated. So you already have a letter here. So imagine you are supposed to think about this letter. Yeah, to start drafting it. How long would you have taken drafting a letter like this? And then you're saying that through. So if you look at this letter, if I were you, then, or the part that you are in terms, there are a lot of repetition of the name. And we are just talking about one accountant. So you as a person who is now intelligent, you know very well that there's a way that you can continue the statement or a paragraph without mentioning the person. He, him, all those put together, you can now remove some repetition. So it is now through your expertise to come and make this letter presentable. And actually this one in Pi is not, we will also check as we move forward, how do they look like so that you can actually understand. So see that now Pi has given us a recommendation letter. So even if you wanted to do, to give you a draft, Jellican, you can ask this Pi to give you something. I'm running out of ideas on what to ask. Unmute.
Okay. Oh, you want me to type?
No, ask, no, just tell me what to ask Pi.
Oh, okay. All right. Ask it to prepare an invitation letter to the factory. Supposing you want some guest to come to a factory to do inspection.
Minister of Energy.
Minister of Energy or Labor or something, yeah. Mm.
So let's see what Pi will give us. So now we know that HRs, you see, CEOs always believe that you have good communication skills. So how fast do you think about that letter? So already giving us a letter here. dear Minister of Energy. So now that's where you come in. You as a person who is intelligent, we're delighted to invite you to visit our factory on date and learn more about operations and the important role we play in the energy sector. Actually, that first paragraph is even rich. Yeah. If I were you, if I were the energy minister, these people are trying to help us, yeah, achieve something like that. At this, we are committed to providing our customers with the highest quality products and services as a result. So you can see that it is giving us a letter. But only one thing we see with Pi is that it's not able to, in terms of the layout, not easy to see how. It's not easy to get it because everything is packed. So maybe we'll check on the other assistants. How do they look like, right? So this is what we're talking about in terms of the assistants. They will tell you that now do this for me. Then don't start scratching your head too much. Just come here and do your drafts, and then now use your expertise that you have learned over a period and add in. Use your emotional part to add in some emotions. Like now we were supposed to add some agenda of KK, of Kenya Kwanza government here into this document so that it looks more of a Kenyan content or a company within Kenya asking the energy minister. You are aware of environment. So the PI will not be aware of environment, but now it depends more on what you're telling it to give. So you can have a demo. Whatever I'm using here is a demo account from HRTech202.ai, where it's just a demo. You can see my company here. I've not done much on it because I always use it 1 to 3 times when I'm showing the clients. So you can also get your own demo, and from that demo, you can also go in and test the system. So I'll copy the link and also paste it on our chat so that at least, but if there's confusion, I will be able to let us send the same thing. So don't worry, it's already, we're also having this live on YouTube. Actually, you can tell your friends who are not able to join us here that we're also live on YouTube. I've shared the link with us here and also in some few WhatsApp groups. Yeah. So now number 2, the kid on the block, which everybody is talking about, and you're forgetting other kids that are also there. Yeah. And Richard talked about big data. There are millions of data that was used to come up with ChatGPT, leave alone the mathematical aspect behind it. That's why it's called large language model. So it's using a lot of information that has been put to it, yeah, for it to behave the way it is. So I will give you, so now if you log in, if you search ChatGPT on the internet, so ChatGPT, you can just do that. Whatever comes up, it is, I'll use the second one, ChatGPT. So it will always ask you to sign up. So currently, it is asking people to give some few information because they are also now collecting that data. And very soon, I think they already started. There's a version that I'm not using that they're already using now that is paid. So it's a paid version that is currently on. There's a kind of paid version that is currently on. So you need to, there's a paid version and also there's a free version of it, which is a limited. So me, I'm still on the previous version that came up on January 9th. So this is not the latest one that I'm using, but still will give us information that we are looking for. So let us try and say, hi, ChatGPT. Let us see the answer that it will give us. So it's already asking me, hello, how can I help you today? So some time back, I asked it, hi ChatGPT. It told me that that's not my name. I am HR, I am an AI assistant. So I said to give me the same thing today, but it's not giving it to me today. So today is asking me, telling me that, how can I help you? So if you are also bored, you can also come here and chat with it. Yeah. So So you can say what you want. So let us not go that direction. So now as HR, as a profession that you are in, that you are, so how can we use ChatGPT to help us in our work or to help you shine as the expert you are? Because all of us would want to shine. And I saw a job that I wanted to apply for. It was a HR manager, HR analytics manager. But I found God's grace that I don't need to look for another job currently. I am tired of moving, so I will not apply for it. But what if ChatGPT was to give me a letter? I was to apply. Then I did, because I don't have good English, I will tell ChatGPT do me a letter before I give it to Richard to proofread or JCBs to proofread for me. So what I'll do, I'll lay some groundwork. I will lay some groundwork and say, do me a cover letter for a position of HR analytics manager at S Endurance Limited. So what are we missing here? If you write your cover letter, anyone, you write a cover letter, what information would you want to include in that cover letter? That's now where your expertise come in. Because if I do just this and tell it to give me a cover letter, it will just think of anything and give me. So I'm writing to express my interest in the HR analytics manager position at S&S Limited. Yeah. So already it's giving me a letter here. You can see my letter is coming up.
Actually, it has just started the way most HR people could write that letter.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's even longer. Very interesting, right? So
yeah,
if I look at this letter, to me, I would use it because it's highlighting what I would want the person that side to read. Because with my background in analytics, human resources, and management, I am confident that I'm the ideal candidate for this role. Yesterday, we were doing the mentorship class for the analysis. We're telling them that for you to be a HR analyst, you must have the mathematical aspect, that is data analysis. You must have the domain expertise of whatever you do as HR before you start analyzing it. You must have project management skills, communication, other things, part of management that you need to have here. The philosophies and sociologies of this world is under management. So it's already capturing that information here for me. So for me, I would say that I will pick this letter because it resonates with what I believe that already happens in the field or what the field requires, right? So I'll come again and check my education. Do I have a master's? Do I have a degree? If not, I can just change it, right? So this is how the letter would look like. So this is how ChatGPT does things very fast. So I can tell it to do me write a CV2, write a CV2. So is it doing it? Yes. Actually, I will take this to my CV, that summary. So don't take it, please. I want to use it for. So
there's something I want you to do.
Yes.
At the tail end of this particular piece, I want you to award it marks, the ATS. You take it to ATS, if it can be able to give us marks, if it was to go through an ATS system. For those people who do not know an ATS, it is an applicant tracking system. It's an app that is able to see CVs in accordance with certain main words that have been provided in a job description. Is that possible? Is it possible?
Now, for me, I don't have the ATS that I actually configured to this role. So, but then we can ask it to, what if this job, because an ATS will require us to give a job description first and the key areas to look into. Yeah. So again, that's why now ATS will now function. We look for those words. It's more of a qualitative or text analysis. That's what it will do.
All
so
right.
now, so this is now my CV is already here. I can actually take this and use this. So I can take this and actually edit 1 to 3 areas. But remember that we are in Kenya. Jellican does CVs. He has done a lot of CVs. JCVs has done a lot of CVs. I also know Anne Bahati. I know myself. So there's a way that we Kenyans, we do our own CVs, right? And there's a way, and the way Jellican will do it will not be so far from what Jay and Nelson and Anne and Felix of this and Joseph will do. Yeah. So if you take this and put it there, they'll be like, where is yours coming from? Now know your environment and customize what your assistant has given you to your environment and capabilities. So now someone is asking, how do HR have this? So we just said that, can I copy this link and also paste it in the chat so that you can actually copy it and save it somewhere? And I'll also be sharing these links again in our emails, so don't worry much. So you just go open your browser and write ChatGPT. Choose chatgpt.openai.com. Then come and do whatever you want to do here. So I just want to test it, Jellican, and ask it, how would this CV rate on an ATS out of 100? So let's see whether it can give us, but it should tell us that it won't, because it doesn't have the prescribed text. But how will this CV rate on an ATS out of 100%? So which ATS can we talk about? Let's just get it done.
Just challenge it and see which one it will pick. I'm on a language model. I don't have the ability to read a CV. Okay, all right.
Yes, so all now, right. So that's what I expected, because I knew very well that you're not given it a benchmark on what we are looking for. Yeah. Yes. So,
but the response is quite intelligent.
Yes, that's what that's what I was saying, that now we knew that we haven't given it what it wanted. So it's telling us, however, it is important to note that the final score of a CV on an ATS will depend on how well it matches the qualification and requirements. What I'm talking about, that don't have the JD of this role, for which you are applying. It's also important to check CV for errors and proofread it for grammar and spelling mistakes. He's telling you that it has given you that CV. So it is you to also proofread. So now you need to have a very strong grammar. So if you want to depend on it also to check your grammar, and it's also telling that, like, I'm not sure about my grammar, then you should be careful. That's why you need to read more books. It's always good idea to have another person review your CV, telling you what we're talking about here, that you can do your draft to save time of the other person so that you can move faster. Yeah, so that you can be charged less. You say that, boss, my CV is good, just have a look at it, just do a review and charge me like 3,000. If you're doing for 10,000, just do 3,000 for review so that you can move on. So it saves your time, it saves you pressure. It's a CV that you also understand that you also done a bit of it. So it's good for you. So now, we've just asked it to an ATS, has given us advice on how to rate on an ATS. So you are a HR professional. This is where we come in and say, this is what we're looking. So maybe you want to ask it the best practices of talent acquisition. Let's say for talent acquisition. In the current, just in the current age. So let's see. So it's already giving you answers here. So for us that we did some time back, we talked about an acquisition previously. And now it is here telling us how that it is. So if you have your previous notes, you can actually go check on those notes and you'll see that it's giving us the same answers as what we had previously.
Today I saw a meme going around that there is a test. It was sent to Wharton Business School and it passed an MBA class.
Yes, yeah. So now just given you 10 good points. So if you're going for interview as a talent acquisition, they might ask you about any of these areas. So you already have them, but they're telling you here it is worth noting that each organization is unique and the best practices that work for one organization may not work for the other. It is important to conduct thorough analysis of the organization's specific needs and tailor the recruitment strategy accordingly. Talking about that, know your environment as the HR. Learn the emotions of where you are so that you can actually do what is required. So even if you have to do a policy on talent acquisition, so even prepare a reward strategy. Prepare a reward strategy. That's short information. So let's see what it will give. So should our boss ask you anything, don't say that I don't know how to do. Tell them that give me 10 minutes, I'll come back with an answer. We can look at something that I'm going to think. Let me think something very fast, then you can look at it. So that you can, so you can now see that giving us competitive compensation, performance-based bonuses, stock options, recognition and appreciation, professional development. So we can tell it to stop generating the results at that point. Then we maybe don't know about stock options. So you tell me more about stock
options.
So already we explained to you what you really need to understand about it. So you can see that it's already highlighting for you. You can actually go back and continue. So I have to stop it. So one thing I will tell you, compare this with whatever we had previously, is that you can see that ChatGPT has got, it's already aligned with some paragraphing done and all that, which you didn't see in the other assistant. So there is now need to improve. Yeah. So I hope Paul is here listening to us, Paul Waweru for Jeremiah, so that they can also improve their AI to be able to give us a space where we can actually tell our assistant to give us more of the previous one. So you can see that ChatGPT can remember what we have discussed previously. It's also saving chat that you've already given out. So this is a powerful tool that you as HR, you can actually be utilizing. And there's nothing new to it. If you ask it to give you to summarize. So summarize, what should we summarize? Employment Act.
Summarize.
Yes, you can just summarize Employment Act of Kenya. Let's just do summarize. Employment Act of 2007 Kenya. So let's just give it that information to see whether it will be able to get something. It's thinking about that. So it has found Kenya. Kenya was a bit far from the Silicon Valley.
No, they came in Kenya. There's something they did, and there was quarrel that they underpaid Kenyans to do some of these things. So I'm not wrong.
Yeah, so here it is. Giving us details of the summary of Employment Act.
Minimum wage, working hours, leave, discrimination, termination, safety and health.
So you can stop generating. Can stop, meaning me just telling it, just stop. You can give us, we've accepted you are the boss. So you can see how good it is. And in all fields, you can actually use that. So let's go to our next baby called Genie. So Genie is also just the same as others that we've also seen. So that now ChatGenie now will require you to pay. It's not for free for long, as GTP and Pi, they were free because they're embedded somewhere else for now. But if you want to have other higher versions of them, you'll have to pay. Like for you to have a higher version of Pi, you'll have to buy the HR system to get more. But for now, you can utilize their demo account, your demo account. ChatGPT you can also use the other elite version of it to get whatever you are looking for. And now, but now with ChatGenie, what it does is that it gives you credits. So it gives you 20 credits. So I've already used my 10. I'm already having 10 remaining. So, but don't worry, because I can always come back and do something else with it. So now ChatGenie has given you a dashboard kind of what it can do. So telling you I can do everything. So ChatGenie itself is the same as what ChatGPT was giving us, a platform to just ask a question and it will answer. But you can tell it to do you write an article. Though the other ones could also do, but now for this, it is more of giving you a guidance that if you click on this, it will generate an article, paragraph generator from a topic. You can do a command board. So this one is for those who are doing more of types and all those. Then social media posts, if you are social media like Jellican here, if you want to do now a series of posts, then you'll come and use ChatGenie to give you social media posts that you'd want to have for the next 7 days. Yeah, image generation, if you want to generate an image, you want to do some poster, you have some idea. So before you go to your design team, you come here and tell it, do for me, I need a poster for staff party. Can you just try that and see whether it can actually work? You see, you are HRs and HR is our business. So enter your prompt. So it is an all white staff party, right? So it's all white staff party. So we need drinks. Men and women in white, dressed in white. Dressed in white. Let us stop there and start generate. Will it do us something? At least it will give something that might look like that. So let's see. It has tried, though not good one, but has tried. So if you didn't have idea, so now because we are Kenyans, and we are saying that now you've given us this, but we only want one man. So we can say correctly is a man and a woman dressed in all white, dressed in white, holding a glass of wine and dancing. Complication kidogo, so that you can see. Complicating just a little bit and see. So there are also others that will give you images. There are so many that's also there. So at least it is trying to bring it. So you can see that the more prompts, the more your idea becomes defined, yeah, the more the image becoming better. So it's up to you to try and do something. So you tell your team now, my team, I want something like this. So you take it to your graphics design team so that they'll see that Kumbe HR can also reason. Yeah, my HR are reasoning very well. Our HR does know how to reason about these posters. So you can give it a shot. So let's go back and just try our thing that we're looking at. So more of HR stuff. So you can come in and ask it anything. It will actually give you what you're looking for. So there's so many things that you can do all these things to help you. So now that we do write articles, we are HRs and we want to motivate employees every morning. Richard started that thing. I don't know where it ended, Richard, but nowadays it's giving us a different kind of vibe. More of how do we call it? You are giving us words of the day. Yeah. So now you are HR do articles every morning to your team, giving them motivation. Maybe this week your theme was embracing each other, maybe in terms of accepting diversity, or you have a topic on financial management. So you want to say that write an article on financial management. Yeah, and we can just leave it there. But you're saying that telling us add longer topic for better results. So the more you give, that's telling you that for these assistants, the more information you give, the more they refine the results. So you as a person need to give more information. And sometimes back, I worked in a company, they used to say that over communicate, meaning make it more clearer. So that's what also the artificial intelligence, the AI will also want. So, but let's just see what they're generating. Telling that I don't have credit, so I can just get something else. I will see, I can log in again and try, telling that I've used my credits, but I can come back and do. So this is also another system that can really help you. I'll also copy that and paste for you there. Yeah, I've seen a comment from Scovia. It reminds us of some years back when we used to work together. And I used to be a corporate MC. I don't know what happened. So that's like a moment. So now our chat Genie here telling me that I've used my credit. That's now the point where I come in and say that that is the disadvantage. Yeah. So for me to earn more credit, you tell me to do something. Yeah. So so that I need to give a review to get more credit, or what I can do, I'll come back with another email address and then continue for us to learn. But then I've given you the link. You can try it out and also see how good it is. But we're just sharing what we have. Then now you're in a business meeting. You want to run a campaign to do something as a company. And HR being part of the strategic team, you are told, how do we name this campaign? Yeah, how do we name the campaign? So I don't know who is running any campaign anytime soon that you can try to generate a name for that campaign. Anyone try to run a campaign?
We can talk about an CRS for what is it called? CSR.
CSR campaign.
Mm.
Okay. So we want to do. So the keywords here should be corporate social responsibility. Yeah. So we just try and generate something and see. Should be asking us. So naming style, how do you want to name that style? I want it to alternate spelling, command. So let's just be auto. Auto means it will choose from any of these styles. Yeah. Then select generation random. So sorry, I'm moving too fast. So we are on the fourth baby that we are looking at, assistant that we're looking at, called Namelix.com. So Namelix helps you generate business names or a name of it that you want to drive, a unique name that you want to drive. Actually, I checked on the name that I could be using to use this chat, our meetings. We could be calling something different if I were to use this Namelix before. Yeah, but I didn't use them. So I just came up with HRTech Talks and it's working for us. So there are so many names that you gave me. So Namelix helps you generate business names or any unique name for what you want to do to make it better, to make it sound professional also, and to attract those that you want to attract. So again, as HR, that's why I'm giving an example where you're not going to open a company, but you are in a business meeting in your company, and people are brainstorming about names. So as you brainstorm, you ask people that, what idea do you have? Then you come here and feed Namelix with information, then it gives you various names. So let's just try and see. We're saying that we're talking about CSR activity as a company that we want to do. So we want to give it a name. So how do we go with it? So we're saying that you come and start generating the name. So we started by giving, generate a short brandable business name using artificial intelligence. So we just came here and started giving it corporate social responsibility as our key thing. So we want to generate something. So select a name style. So a name style is that what do you want to consider that name? So you want a compound words, want 2 words only, you want short phrases. So there are so many things that you can consider when coming up with a name. So it has just compressed all of them together. And then we are saying that after they select name style, you go to the next. How random do you want it to be random? Highly random, low, medium, yeah. So we want more varied results, but let's just use medium, balance, and more creative results. Yeah. Then we say brand information. So what do you want to give? So corporate social responsibility, add any keywords that may be related to your idea or business. So the idea is business, corporate social responsibility can also be a responsible business. Any other wording from the chat? Jelly, can we have people having ideas?
No. Include your suggestions on the chat so that we can be able to...
We can get very fast.
You can probably say school fees, probably people who are lacking school fees or something.
Okay, so we say financial aid, right?
Yeah, financial aid, yes.
Okay, what work chap HR? We're not taking so that you can mute, chat very fast and give our feedback. Okay, because of also of time, we might not wait for people. So let's just use this for these 3 things that you already have here. Oh, they are now dropping. Okay, social silence.
Lydia has said social silence. Brian has said environmental. Sarah has said waste management. Lydia, lies. Mercy Muregi has said education. Silence by Lydia Mbaka.
Okay.
At least we can go with the few that we
can go
given.
with those, okay. That says politics is okay. So let's go with those few. And thank you for your contribution. Say generate a name. So let's see what it will give us.
Viva West Forward. Tuvo Taco.
There is West Forward, there is Green Balance. So there are so many names.
Yeah.
That you can choose from. Now again, remember that this system was not developed by Kenyans, so that's why some of the names might not. Yeah, so they are trying to use their languages. But there's Westwise. I can see my recycling solutions. Green money actually can be a good one. So you can see that now you can now go to the discussion table with content of various names and say that I have these 4 things that I want to do. Tidy clean, excess waste. So the best thing is that if you choose any of them, again, it will ask you to talk about, give more. Okay, let us choose one here. It was waste. Pay for it. Okay, scrap it, reuse. Which one do we go by? Wastewise, right? So once you get
to go with Westwise.
And so Westwise here becomes my choice of the name that I'm looking at. So now if you are to use Wastewise, then this is how it will. You can pick that and actually use it. So you as HR, you have got options on what you can actually choose to use. So this Namelix will actually help you, even if you're going to come up with a company name. This is where to go to as a HR professional. Get a good name. Leave alone our name that we came up with, S&ONs. Yeah, but I could have used this one. I could be changing names, but S&ONs is also a very good name. Expert and experts. So, so it's still a good one. So this is another baby that you also need to get it right so that whenever people are discussing about the slogans, the names. You come here very fast, get your idea together, then propose 5 powerful names, and then release them. The people will be scrambling for which one they could actually adopt. So now, can we get the last one? The last one, what I talked about, the last one was a simple one. I wanted to bring it in because of people, we rarely use this that I talked about, the Microsoft
inbuilt AI tools.
Yes, AI tools. So I just want to bring in, just want to charge our mind and bring in just 2 of them, because also we cannot check on everything. But I've seen people struggling with this in so many cases. So I just thought otherwise that, can we even not go further to talk of those that are very complex? Yeah. We have got some that are not very complex, that are easy to use, that we can actually implement currently before without even going to without going deeper into other things. So I'm having Outlook. If you're using Outlook in your company, people send emails even at night at 2 a.m. yeah, 1 a.m. because you can work anytime. But they say that if you are a manager in your company that you work in, you can work anytime, because a manager is paid a lot of money, they can work anytime. But there's that junior employee in your company who, when they see that yesterday you are awake at 1 p.m. sending email, they'll be wondering, what's wrong with this person? Does my boss even sleep? Yeah. If my boss sent me an email at this time, what was happening? So I want to give us just the AI part of it, where once you have done your email, yeah, once you've done an email, so let's say that I wanted to respond to Jellican, because Richard is the one who was doing something. So do I have Richard Magoma's email? I can't miss. So I need to type an email here to Jellican. Because I'm lazy, I will copy and paste something here and do something to do with AI. So before I send this email, I can send it now at 9:01. But I'm sure that Richard doesn't have his computer, he won't see it. Yeah. So you'll see it tomorrow morning. And because Richard is a fearful and respectful employee of ours, you'll be wondering, what happened to my boss to send me an email at 9? So the emotionally intelligent boss will say, it's not the right time for me to send this. I don't know how they'll receive the email. So they'll come under options and choose the delay delivery. Meaning, me as the boss who said that I want to clear my inbox tonight before I sleep, so that tomorrow I have an easy day. So I come do my email, and then I go to the options and select delay delivery. Then when delay delivery, so you'll be able to choose when do I send the email. So you'll say that do not deliver before what time. So we're saying that do not deliver this email. 27th will be a Friday at when now the company has relaxed at 9 a.m. So I'll say, don't send my email until 9 a.m. So if I close this,
baby, relax.
The baby is also learning with us, so that's a good one. Yeah. So now we're saying that when you delay delivery, so I've selected and said do not deliver before 27th at 9 a.m. So I will send it today, but it will be on my outbox waiting for tomorrow 9. So tomorrow 9, Jessica will find my email 9 a.m. And please, if you get the email, just confirm. I won't send it because again, because I'm sure that I've cleared my inbox as the boss, and you are peacefully sleeping, and you will see this tomorrow in the morning. It is AI that is used here, nothing more. Artificial intelligence that will prompt the Outlook to do what? Send the email. So if you are an emotionally intelligent boss, this is what you'll do. Instead of replying to people's emails at 4, 12 a.m., 1 a.m. I'm not I'm not saying in bad faith, but then it is good to do that. But again, you can do your email. You see, sometimes you become rogue employees. Sometimes I used to ask myself, am I the bad employee, or my boss is the bad boss? You can write your email at 2 p.m. and then delay delivery to deliver it at 12 midnight, so that your boss can see that you are really working. Even at 12, you are sending an email, yet you are really asleep. So you can use it either way, to attack or to make things better. So use it wisely. That's what we're saying, that when you're using AI, use it wisely. The last thing is that we do our CVs majorly on Word. So once you've done your CV, nowadays, we have got, once you've done your typing, it's always said that if you go for a typing class or a computer class, tell you that type whatever you can type until you are finished, then come back and proofread. So don't type and proofreading, you won't go far. And Scovia is here, can actually tell us about that. She's good at doing that. So type whatever you're typing for, then come back later to do what? To proofread. So there is a review button here to help you check for grammar and spelling within Word document. So you can just type and move forward as long as you are close to English. Because again, it is if you're writing in English, then make your words close to English so that it can be easier to correct them. So it will actually check the whole document and give you suggestions here for proofreading. All of it is based on artificial intelligence. Yeah. So it will help you correct all these typos that you are having in your document as fast as possible, so that you can actually get your document ready in a few minutes. So that's what I prepared for us today, to understand how we can make our work easier. Please, someone used to ask me some time back that when do I work? I work all time, but I make my work easier with some of these tools, so that I don't think too much doing something that can take me less time doing. So let us do this work very fast, that in the evening we can always meet for coffees in town, so that don't get caught up with a lot of work. Simplify it using the AI that we've talked about here. Always reach out, and Jelican, I'll take it back to you.
Thank you very much. We can all appreciate Nelson with an emoji on your chat. I'll give you 30 seconds to appreciate Nelson on the chat. Kindly send your favorite emoji to the chat so that we can appreciate. Florence, umesema we are going to become geniuses also. Who has said that we are going to become geniuses? Please, we are embracing technology. Mercy, your relations. I can see Mary Wamboya said, 30 seconds, Nora, stars. I don't know what the name. Doricas Mwendwa, thank you. Thumbs up. Dorothy Nyangaresi, we are waiting for you. Share the file. Sarah, you love it. You have winked. Judith, you have winked. Keith, Omondi, good. Let's have like 20. Please appreciate Nelson. Let us give him an incentive so that he prepares something. I'm sure most of us are going to use. Flora, I can see you appreciated Nelson with those. Yes, Patrick, thumbs up. I can be able to analyze the kind of emojis that belong to ladies and that belongs to men. Maybe we should come up with Carol, thank you very much. Benson, Kirulu, thank you very much. Ruth, Mulwa, I can see. I'm using this tomorrow, Anna. Yes, that is the whole point. If you don't do it now, you're not going to be. Ken, I can see your Ben, good. Now you can unmute. Men are not melancholic. Alpha, umesema we are going to become geniuses by generating very good. What I'm seeing, Nelson, is that these apps are going to give us time to do other things that we have been able to do, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I'm seeing, that it's going to create more time for us to do, because it's going to do mundane work, the usual repetitive work. Edith, good. You have learned a lot. Peggy, genius, I see. Kindly resend the link. That's Wilta very much. Those who want to say something can unmute themselves and say something.
So Richard, as we wait for comments to come up, so I just want to remind our team that we are having our partners here. So if you hear that we're going to have a class next week, we're going to discuss about HR data. What do we need to collect? How do we store it? How do we remain compliant with our Data Protection Act? And how do we stay safe with cybersecurity? And I can see my friend David Owoko is here, who is an IT guru in cybersecurity. Will help us. Do you have a data where they can be stolen? And remember, nowadays, people steal your data, that's your end in your company. Yeah. So I'm just reminding us that next week it will be an amazing fireworks again on HR systems. We must embrace HR systems.
Teresa, I've seen.
Yes. So thank you.
Yeah, it's going to remove some of the usual work, and so that we can become more strategic, more reasonable, more creative, more innovative. Because the word you have mentioned along as you moved along was the expertise that is of very high level. That is what I'm saying. If you can be able to finish these things in less time, it gives you time to be very creative, to be more productive, to be more strategic, and to be just to use alpha's word to become a genius in other areas of HR functions. Those who wish to say something can unmute. Those who wish to say something, we're very appreciative for having been here with us for the last 1 hour. I'm sure you have gained. There is one that I'm sure you're going to use, especially that one that you type at night.
Hello. Hi, good evening. My name is Dorothy.
Yes, Dorothy.
I would like to say a big thank you to Nelson for introducing these AI tools to us. At least I've used ChatGPT for quite some time, at least since when it came to Kenya. And it has helped a lot. So when I'm doing reports and summarizing a few things, I also do write articles. So it gives me good pointers. And it's good that I've learned about is it Pi? Pi. And now the last one for Outlook, to be sending emails at night, but they be delivered in the morning. So thank you so much. It was a very insightful session, Nelson. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dorothy Nyangaresi. Who else wants to say something? Mercy, does this make the work of generating policies and procedures and processes easier for people?
Good evening, and thank you, Coach. Thank you, Nelson. Without a doubt, it does. It does. It's amazing. I have learned so much, and certainly it will allow HR practitioners and professionals now to become a bit strategic, so that you don't dwell on to the tasks and operations and drafts and all that. So I have learned a lot, and I thank you so much, Coach and Nelson, for that wonderful session tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah,
hello.
You can unmute yourself. Yes, please.
Okay, my name is Dr. Kembu Apollonius. Mine is to thank the team. I think it was very informative. So mine is just to say that we need to document all these works so that we can be able also to contribute to the field of academia. So I would love to partner. So that we can be able to do the documentation, maybe through publications and what have you. More so in the areas of HR analytics, because that is my area, HR. So I think we need to partner and share the knowledge. So with a few remarks, thank you. And thank you for the good job.
Thank you, Daktari. Grace Nzula, the moderator of choice, you cannot hide. You cannot really hide. You have to inspire us.
Surely, Richard, I cannot just sit here behind the
No, we cannot. You are a public property. Yes.
Oh my God. So what was the question?
The question is, tell us something about what you have learned, what we should do. Should we embrace this technology or should we be doing the things the old way?
I am telling you, if you're not embracing technology, you will be left behind and people will be wondering what's happening with our HR. Connie, they cannot keep up with the times. I mean, imagine doing a letter that was taking you a whole 30 minutes to write within 2 minutes. How much time are you saving to go and do other things, you know? I don't think we are running away from technology. I think if we do not embrace technology, we are embracing failure, if you ask me.
Wow,
Or
that is
efficiency.
wow. That quote. You should repeat it again. You should patent that quote. If we are not embracing technology, we are embracing what? Failure and a bad reputation. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you very much. Who else wants to say something? Karui, you want to say something from Kisumu?
Thank you so much. It was quite an enlightening session. I have learned aspects that I did not know before. So I just thank the team for what you've done.
Thank you very much. Alpha, umesema we are going to become geniuses. Say, kindly tell us. Say something.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Yeah, what can I say? It's my network. Let me say it's a good thing. It's like people like Grace Zula, I only see them on TV, but right now I'm in the same meeting with them. See, this is this is an accomplishment for me. See, and then
okay,
the thing about
we should give you a certificate.
Yeah, we should clap. Everyone should clap. Then it's good for as HR practitioners. There are so many things we need to do. The company is depending on us on so many things. So
sure.
Little things like writing letters and what have you, have been solved through what you have done here, and it is a very good thing, by the way. See, like right now, most CEOs are from 4 dropouts, you see, or even class 8 dropouts. So the company is depending on the HR. So any incompetent HR who is not thinking straight, so it's good. Like these things we have done, it's good so that the work of the HR is shortened, so that the HR can focus on whatever is driving the company forward. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Saving of time so that we can become strategic. The long and short of it. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been your host, Richard J. Magoma. Until Thursday next week, may God bless you. Let us keep the conversation going. For those people who are not in HR groups, I don't know, Nelson, if you can plant a link so that people, people can join and we learn together. Yes. And whenever you get some of these links for training, please share them widely, share them across the globe so that we can all share ideas and become great. Good night and God bless.
Thank you, Jellican, and thanks to everyone who have attended. It was amazing for all of us.
Thank you so much.
I see all HRs know how to say thank you. Thank you. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. You can unmute and say thank you, even using word of mouth. Thank you. Kibibi, Asante. Yes.
Kongoi missing.
Kongoi missing.
Erokamano.
Erokamano.